What's up, Scrappy peeps? It's Inkie Quill and it's time for a Grab 5. So Grab 5 is a challenge I created, which is where you grab 5 things from your stash and you've got to use them in a layout or a page or whatever you like. So today I'm using the Chasing Dreams 12x12 crepe paper pad. I'm using these awesome stamps. Oh, I just turned a bit British there. I'm using these awesome stamps. There's my Aussie coming back that I just got from Kmart. They're really, really blocky and lovely. I'm using some wood veneer as well as a newspaper print tag that I just found lying around my stash and these teeny tiny turquoise star sequins. Now, guess what, peeps? Get ready for it. If you've missed the 12x12, I'm doing a 12x12 layout today. I'm trying to finish off my wedding albums and I have something to be honest with you about. The wedding albums were packed in boxes at the bottom of a pile of boxes because we're moving house, and I unpacked the wedding albums so that I had a video to make for you guys today because I'm a bit sick of the photos that I've been scrapping lately and I needed a change, but I'm very rusty with 12x12, so bear with me today. It's funny how changing size and sticking to it for a while can dramatically change how you feel going back. I just feel very, very rusty. So what I've done is I've cut all of these papers into 1-inch squares, and the papers that I chose were all, that heart one isn't part of Chasing Streams, it was just shoved in there. They're all colours that either have a hint of green or a hint of aqua, because my friend's dress is in the picture and it's aqua, or a hint of yellow, and you can see my other friend has a yellow dress. Now this was a photo at our wedding. Aaron and I made a giant Scrabble set, which took for ages. We had some help with some friends, thank goodness. We've since had to remake it because we hired it out to someone and it got stuffed. So we had to fix it up and remake it all again. And I freaking love this Scrabble set. I can't wait until Archie's big enough to spell words and we can, take it out and practice his homework spelling words, and it's going to be so much fun. Because I'm a nerd and I enjoy spelling. But it was the inspiration for this layout was behind the squares of the Scrabble letters. So all I'm doing is I'm grabbing these 1-inch squares and just sticking and plonking, peeps. I haven't planned anything. All I know is that I want it to be a bit top heavy and then peter off towards the right hand corner of the layout. But I haven't planned where I'm putting them, and I think that if I had planned where I was going to put each of these, it would have been a nightmare. It would have taken me forever, and they would have slid around and changed, and I never would have put them back where I intended them to. So if you're wanting to scrap lift this, I suggest picking some papers that all coordinate really well together. Usually the same collection coordinates really well, and then just going for it and spreading out your colors. So for example, if you let your eyes just catch the yellow paper, you can see that I've spread them out so there's no two right touching each other. And then if you let your eyes kind of focus just on that peachy with the green leaf over the top of it, you can see they're spread out as well. Grabbing a couple of doilies, of course, because I do love my doilies, and they seem to be a bit of a running theme in my wedding albums. A lot of people have asked if I've finished them. I'm almost done. I think I've completed all the layouts. There's another layout video coming in the next few weeks over here on YouTube for the wedding album. And I have a feeling that I stole one of the layouts to give to my mum for Christmas in a frame. So I have to figure out which photo it is and go back and see if it's missing somewhere. I've also got layouts that are just here, there and everywhere from classes that I've taught, and I've taken them as examples, or my online class Get Kitted, and they're in somewhere else and I haven't been bothered to put them back in yet. So it's pretty much done. I've probably got about 7 Project Lifestyle pocket pages to go. So I will get to that very soon. I felt like the photo just needed a little bit of paper underneath it, so I matted it with some tissue paper and then put it on craft foam and then put a little strip of paper underneath. I'm putting this tag over to the side and I pull out the old embossing powders for this one only because I was packing the other day and I found them, and there's a colour in there that is identical to my friend's aqua dress, and I just thought it'd be perfect. So I'm using my little powder tool thingamajiggy to wipe the area of static and dust and stuff. And then I'm using my Versamark, which is disgusting. I badly need another Versamark and ink pad, but every time I've gone to my local scrapbook shop, they've been out. So I might be able to get it online somewhere. But I'm stamping in Versamark, and if you haven't done embossing before, it's a sticky clear powder. It's sticky clear ink pad. And then you sprinkle this magical powder over the top of it, sprinkle off the excess powder, and then you use your heat gun. Now, I don't think it just works with a hairdryer. I don't think, because it doesn't get hot enough. But you can see here I had a little bit of extra that had stuck on there, so I just grabbed a paintbrush and went around the letters to make it all work. And I do add an exclamation mark at the end. So now I'm using my heat gun, and it's a good idea to, which I didn't do this time because I don't know what I was thinking, but if you put your heat gun off to the side and just let it warm up for about 10-15 seconds and then go over to the letters, it works a lot quicker and better, and it doesn't warp your page. So then I decided it needs a little exclamation mark, and I didn't want them to be straight and perfect. That blue tray I just got from my local scrapbook shop, and it's great because you can pour the embossing powder back into the containers. I always get embossing powder freaking everywhere when I do this, and it annoys me because it's so gritty and it stays on my table forever, but I managed to get it all off. So I decided it needed a little bit of scripty font because it was looking very blocky with the background, very blocky with the photo, very blocky with the title, and I just needed something that wasn't so blocky. So I did a bit of a scripty font, Let's Play, and then I had some journaling underneath here as well. So I'm getting there slowly. But this is a non-mixed media layout, and it's a 12 by 12. And I know a lot of you miss the 12 by 12s because that's what I always used to do in, years and years worth of videos. But I think I'm going to stick to the 9 by 12. I just love it. It's so much easier to store. And I'm all about the easy storage at the moment. And I know it works out that I usually have more albums because there's less space. But I really love the rectangle format. If they invented one, no, I was going to say if it was 12 by 15 inches, that would be too tall. It'd be too awkward to use. So I'm going through here, and I wanted to do some wood veneer that wasn't just a sprinkling of little tiny hearts. I didn't want to cheat. So I was hoping I knew I had a hashtag word that was like Insta something or something like that. And I thought that would have been perfect, but I decided this one was goals because, Aaron and I had wanted a giant Scrabble set for a long time just for us. And so we used the excuse of the wedding to make it so that we could keep it forever. So I'm doing that goals on the side, a little arrow, and then I needed something in this top corner because it just looked a bit empty and it just needed something. So I do a few little wooden stars, and then I combine it with some of the sequin stars. And then I didn't realize I was off camera for this bottom part, but all I did was I stuck a couple of stars and sequins down. Nothing important. This Good Times little embellishment is one that I made for, I think it's called Toomey Adventures. It's a layout that I did with Aaron's family for Christmas. So that was a leftover embellishment, and it was just nice and quick and easy to grab. I'm adding a few little puffy stickers as well from, I think they're the Chasing Dreams pack 2. I wanted to add that yellow bow because yellow isn't a colour that I usually scrap with, so it's nice if you do scrap with a colour that isn't your usual one. Maybe you're using the Voldemort, the Voldemort of the scrapbooking world, purple. Oh my goodness, I can't speak. Maybe using a colour that you don't usually reach for. Try and use up as many embellishments in your stash as you can with that colour. It makes it a lot easier. Added some Hardy Shine, and I'm all done. So let me know what you think of this layout. I will be doing wedding album flip-throughs over on Patreon. Probably they will start after I finish the flip-throughs for last year's albums, which I'm doing every month over there. So they will probably start in either December or January. So thanks so much for watching today, guys, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoy the return of Grab 5. I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye!